himself that he has her hooked, and he really believes he is going to get that recipe. So he continues to be very friendly to her every day. Every day that she goes to the market. And one day she asks her mother if she can buy pumpkins from the pumpkin salesman outside of the market. But her mother told her, no way, it is too dangerous to buy items from outside of the market. She listened to her mother and did not buy pumpkins from the pumpkin salesman. Good Marceline. She stopped talking to the pumpkin salesman because her mother had told her to. But one day he lured her back in. He pretended to be sick, and it made her feel sorry because he didn't have any friends or family. So when she went back home, she pleaded to her mom to let her buy pumpkins from the pumpkin salesman outside of the market. Marceline felt very bad for the pumpkin salesman. She considered him a friend, and she did not want him to be sick. When she went to the market the next day, against her mother's wishes, she bought a pumpkin from the pumpkin salesman. The pumpkin salesman was so excited. I shaded a little line right here because I'm just going to make it look like a shadow, because I changed my mind on this dark brown. I don't think it will look good all the way across. I think it's too dark with her outfit. But She trusted the pumpkin salesman, so she did not ever think something would be inside that pumpkin like that. So, she doesn't bring the pumpkin into the house right away because she feels a little guilty for disobeying her mother like that. So I accidentally recorded a bunch of the story while I was coloring without my microphone on. So this is what I've done so far. I didn't like the dark brown idea, like right up against her dark dress. It just seemed like too much dark colors to me. So I wanted to make that look like it was a shadow from the top. And then I decided to color these like the bricks, so it's a brick top on the wood. She decides to bring the pumpkin into her shed and cover it with a blanket. Surely her mother would not find it there. Marceline later that day went to the shed to check on the pumpkin, and her mother was in there looking for something, and Marceline bursted out, "Can I please buy pumpkins from the pumpkin salesman outside of the market?" She asked her one more time, and her mother, frustrated that she will not let it go, decides to tell her the story of when she was a little girl and she was entrusted with the potion list. She tells her that when she was her age, she bought something from someone outside of the market, and it turned out to be a wizard who was trying to get this potion. She explains to her how this wizard was not a wizard when she met him. He was just a little old man. A little old man who convinced her to tell him that one of the ingredients on the list was pumpkin. Marceline instantly felt the guilt watching her mom fight the pumpkin salesman, and she is totally winning because she is a bad mom, you know? Not bad mom, she's a bad mom, you know? She is just really beating this guy up good. Then the wizard sees that Marceline is watching them and goes in her direction, which makes her mom realize that she is over there watching, and she tells her to run. So Marceline turns around to start running, but the wizard catches her and tells her mother that she better give him the list, the ingredients list, if she wants her daughter back. Her mother cares way more about her daughter than staying a vampire. So Marceline's mom goes to hand over the recipe to the wizard, but he is so excited that he is caught off guard when Marceline bites him. She bites him really hard, and he lets her go. Marceline took off running, and her mom tackled the wizard. She decided to tie him up because Marceline did not want her to hurt him, because she felt like deep down he might still actually be her friend and not just a bad guy. But her mother wanted to prove to her that she did not know him like she did, like her mother knew him. She tied him up and questioned him, and he pretended to care about Marceline, but it was all lies, and her mother could see right through that. Her mother could see right through that. Oh my gosh, this is reminding me of Barney. So, the wizard escapes the ropes that he's tied with and proves to Marceline that, just as her mother had thought, he is not a good guy and he does not care about anyone. All he wants is to get a hold of that recipe. And Marceline's mother and him begin to fight again. They did not realize that Marceline's mother dropped the recipe page. But Marceline eventually noticed and went after it. She knew that she needed to keep that page safe, so she ran off into the woods with it, and the wizard saw her and went after her, and her mother followed. wizard that had been bothering their family for centuries. Marceline felt a little sad because she thought that he was her friend, but her mother explained to her that it was all an illusion. This somehow helped her feel better. So Marceline and her mother went home with the recipe page and a sweet, sweet victory, knowing that that wizard could never ever bother them ever again. The end. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this story, and I hope that this helped you relax, and I hope you enjoyed my color choices. I know I said I was going to finish this before Halloween, but on Halloween kind of counts, right? That's before Halloween is over at least. Thank you guys so much for watching this video.